tutorial and just get this. Right, yeah. Well, we've got the first period covered. Once we get through all these levels.
Check.
Above the dotted line is goal score. So just put the name, time, and then below the dotted line. That's the same thing. Hello, SAC Nation and hockey fans everywhere. We're live from Labrier Family Arena on the snowy campus of St. Andrews College in Aurora, Ontario. And we've got a great one for you today. Your hometown Saints take on the Trinity College Big Side Bears. I'm Norm Fenning, along with colorman Jack Ullman, cameraman Nolan Michaelberger, and executive producer Matt Wyatt. Jack, some of the Saints might be a little bit tired this morning. Why is that?
Yeah, we had a long night last night. St. Andrews is known for its traditions, and last night was one of the many. We had our Andrew Christmas down in Roy Thompson Hall in Toronto there. All the boys go down, and a number of parents come down to watch, and we just perform a number of musical numbers along with the school choir and many other performance acts going on, such as drama here, which First Hockey was involved in their own rendition of the hockey sweater.
So just another facet of the multifaceted school that's St. Andrews College, and we are underway as Mark Hillier gains his own for the Saints. Over to Galata, he shoots it rink wide over to Justin Ertl. Ertl from the dot takes a shot, that's deflected wide. There's a rebound, and coming back the other way is Nico Dietschmann from Montreal. Dumps it into the Saints zone, and there's our first look at goaltender number 29, Liam Stevenson from Barrie. Saints break it out, comes right below us now to Cole Galata. Gets that cross ice, that's broken up, and they'll have to regroup. Luke Vardy drags it all the way back, waits for a line change. He passes it off to Frankie Caragello. He loses it, but following it up nicely is Vardy, and it's broken up again. Saints with the majority of the possession here early in the game. Liam Cavan plays that in front to Galata. Long shift for him. Galata reverses his field, gets it back to the point to Vardy. Vardy dances along that blue line. That shot is blocked. Ends up on his stick again. Baldessera to Caragello, comes back to the point to Vardy. There's a shot. Lots of traffic in front. And there was goaltender Josh Nadler. I don't think he saw that one at all, but it bounced harmlessly beside the net, and there's our first whistle.
Great few shots for Luke Vardy there. He's been off earlier in the year. He's been back a while now. Good for him to get those few shots in on that and get the tempo of this game going.
So, Jack, as you mentioned, with the Andrian Christmas last night, a lot of First Hockey player parents came up to say hello, and we'll go work our way through that list when we get an opportunity. It's another shot, and that's knifed to the corner by goaltender Nadler. Puck at the half wall for the Saints, again with a lot of possession. There's another shot on net. Nadler steers that one wide. Puck is chipped high right in front of the Bears bench. Works its way out. Saints will have to retreat and tag up. Ooh, and there was almost a giveaway there. This TCS team last year was their kind of coming back party into Division I of the CISAA. They'd been out of this league for, I believe, 17 years. And last year was their first year back as we have an offside. So coming up to the booth, we had a number of parents. We had Devlin O'Brien's grandfather, who is from Montreal but came to us via Florida. So I guess he's on his way back north. He came in to say hello, as did Cerilia Hillier, who's Mark's mother, all the way here from Labrador City, who took in the concert last night. Saints with Matthew Roy. They clear it out, lose possession, however, and it's dumped right back into their end. That's Kawhi Julian. And that puck is chipped over the glass. Also dropping in to say hello was Ethan Landry's mother, who would like us to say hello to Grammy. That is Norma Worth, who's watching from Florida. She watches all the Saints games when they're streamed, and also to Ethan's dad, Blair, who's watching from Halifax and is looking forward to see the Saints in action next weekend at the St. Sebastian's tournament in the Boston area. Glenn Powers, Alex's dad, also came up with some kind words into the booth. And I think I've covered everyone. So again, if you are a parent or friend of any of the First Hockey team, we invite you to come up to the booth, say hello. We'd love your feedback, and we appreciate you watching. 14:58 left here in the first. No score between the Saints and the Bears. Taking the face-off for the Saints is Hillier. He wins the draw. They go a long stretch pass there. They were looking to free up Justin Ertl, and that was just out of his reach, and it will come all the way back. Face-off will come to center ice. Right in front of us, and that one's won by the Saints. Ertl tries to dump it in. That's deflected again, high in the air. Saints gain the zone momentarily, but it's broken back out by the Bears. They chip it off the wall. Comes back to the Saints, and they'll regroup. Mark Hillier. Right below us now to Galata. He goes cross ice to Ertl. Comes back to the point. Puck is loose in front. And the Saints gather that again. Cole Galata plays it behind the net. That's played in front. Shot! And a nice save. That came off the stick of Justin Ertl. And William Zhang with his best save so far of the day. Saints coming back for more. Galata playing catch with Hillier. Back to Galata. Plays it in front. And that was just off the toe of the stick of Ertl. Great shift for them so far. Pinching in is Luke Vardy from Hammonds Plains, Nova Scotia. Puck comes back to the point. No, it does not. Hillier holds onto it himself. Lays that off to Caragello. Caragello, with that familiar skating style, creating space, plays it in front. No one there. Baldessera. After the puck, he wins it. Baldessera plays it in front, and a quick stick there by goaltender William Zhang. Saints keep it in again. Vardy plays it in front, and there's a shot from Devlin O'Brien, another save by Zhang. O'Brien to Caragello, back to O'Brien, plays it in front, and they try to clear it out and don't. Vardy keeps, and here's a break going the other way for the Bears, in alone on Stevens' shot, and they score! What a break there for the Bears, and that was number 16, Jarrett Goss from Whitby, Ontario, puts the Bears up 1.
Great break for Trinity there, especially being on the receiving end of the Saints attack. Just a quick turnover and put it in the back of the Saints net. Stark contrast to their first meeting against the Saints last year. Like Norm, you're saying, returned to their league for 17 years, after an absence of 17 years, finally returning last year, and they didn't do too well, but proving leaps and bounds here.
Well, it shows you that puck possession doesn't always indicate the score, as the Saints absolutely dominated these first few minutes. And there's a save by Stevenson. Shot there was by Kawhi Julian, but Saints, Jack had all that possession. Really, that was one of the few times the Bears even had the puck over the red line, and they took advantage.
Oh yeah, it's not all about possession. It's when you're able to capitalize on that.
So that was Garrett Joss at 4:57 at the first. Puts the Bears up 1. Saints looking to rebound. Keenan Draper, Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. Good work there. Takes a shot on the short side. Good save there. 2 Saints sprawled down behind the net. And slowly carrying it out is Kawhi Julian. Long shift for him. Looks for the return pass, doesn't get it. And Erico, long searching pass there for Alex Power. Power in pursuit. That's cleared off the wall. Saints trying to change. They do, and they end up with the puck. Matthew Roy behind his own net. Back come the Saints for Giglio. Over to Mason Wright. Right in front, loose puck, and that's picked up by Luke Evadazian. There's a shot again, and that one is also handled by Josh Nadler. So, very snowy day here on the campus of St. Andrews College. How was your walk over, Jack?
Well, more of a drive. I came all the way from home today. It was,
okay.
It wasn't too bad. Bald summer tires on the truck did all right,
no.
But no, on the wish safe drive to everyone out there. Saw a few people in the ditches, although they were out and moving. So, yeah, stay safe out there.
Well, I know TCS got here shortly before game time. They're dragging it in front hard. On the puck was Liam Taylor, and he just ran out of real estate there at the end. But good drive. There's a pass in front. Holding the puck there is Matthew Roy, waiting, looking. He tried to go cross ice. Over to Atwell, wasn't there. There's a shot, rebound in front and loose. Goes through a myriad of skates. It finally comes out. It's chipped off the boards, and that's going to be icing. So again, lots of possession for the Saints. Nothing to show for it on the scoreboard so far. So the Saints with a wonderful start to the season so far, Jack. 16-2-2 to this point.
Yeah, we know last year's team was one for the books, winning the Triple Crown. So we wasn't quite sure if they were going to be able to replicate that this year. But by the way they've started, I don't. It doesn't seem far-fetched to me.
Well, there's another opportunity in front for Mark Hillier, jamming at the puck, didn't quite make it through. There's another shot from the point that goes wide, and the Saints continue the onslaught. Luke Vardy tries to hold it in, as does his partner Liam Cavan. Puck finally works its way out, and back come the Saints. Carrying it in is Hillier. Hillier plays it in front. Good defensive play there by the Bears, tying up their man. Looks like we're going to have a penalty. We'll wait for the signal here from the official. It will be our first penalty of the game. Looks like it is a slash, and I believe that's going against the Saints.
I believe that's going against Cole Galata. Came down hard on the one Bears player there, maybe got him a little too high.
So Cole Galata is in the box for the Saints. As I mentioned, first penalty of the game, and that's at 6:48 here at the first. Galata in the box. There's a shot from the point. Stevenson handles that one with Nico Dietschmann right on the doorstep. So as I mentioned, 16-2-2 for the Saints. Great start for them, and they would like to keep that going. Their latest victory was against Ridley College. They defeated them 6-3. Previous to that, a very strong Shattuck St. Mary's team, which we'll talk about in a moment. So Saints trying to kill this one off. They whack at it, don't quite get it out. Hunter Fodor keeps it in. Now driving the net is Quad Julian. He plays it in front, and that's broken up nicely by the Saints. They rim it around, but not out. Kept in by Tristan Rano. Rano gets it to the half wall. No further than that. Hunter Fodor again. They get over the far point. There's a shot. Some traffic in front, but seeing that was Liam Stevenson. So the Saints, as I mentioned, last weekend took on a very strong Shattuck St. Mary's team. Defeated them 8-3 on Saturday and lost to them 5-2 on Sunday. So that being one of the two losses that the Saints have incurred so far this season. Back to the point, there's a shot off the skate, and that's out of play. Mike Lindstrom, the shooter from Sipu, Finland. Of course, Espoo, Finland is where goaltender Lassi Lehti from the Saints hails from. He's not in the nets today, but he has had a great season so far for the Saints. So 55 seconds left in the period. In the penalty to Galata. Back come the Bears. Carrying the puck through is Nicholas DeMarco. A little slow there, making a move at the blue line, which is always dangerous, and of course they got the offside. Coming up for the Saints on December 20th to 22nd, they will be in the St. Sebastian's tournament in Boston. They play the Rivers School on the 20th for sure, and then the 21st and 22nd will be the actual tournament, and that will be it until after the Christmas break for the Saints. So just 27 seconds left in the penalty here. Puck in the Saints zone. Along the half wall, played in front. There's a nifty move by number 4, Emily Bevelow-Hemoroy. There's a shot from the point. That one is handled again by goaltender Stevenson. And the Saints will get it down to the Bears' blue line with 5 seconds left in the penalty. Good defensive play there by the Saints. Ethan Landry tying his man up. The penalty is now over. We're back to 5-on-5. And just as I say that, we're going to have another slashing penalty. I believe this one's going against the Bears. That will be number 4 for them. Player number 4, rather. Emile Beliveau-Hemroy. So Hemroy in the box at 19:15 here at the first. So we'll get the first look at the Saints power play, which is clicking along at a 22% success rate. Their penalty kill, a sparkling 93%. Carrying the puck into the zone is Josh Arico. Gets that back to Luke Vardy. They pitch and catch, comes back to Vardy. Vardy into the corner. Cole Galata gets it back to the point, back to Vardy's stick. Over to this side now. There's Ertl. There's a shot at safe, played in front by Hillier, and that's broken up, comes all the way back to the point. Over to the far side, there's a shot from the dot. A deflection attempt from Mark Hillier, and that one is smothered by goaltender Josh Nadler. So again, Jack, a lot of possession here for the Saints and nothing to show for it so far.
Imagine they're getting frustrated. Quite a few shots off there, just they need to get them high. The Bears goalie was able to get low and stop him there and stop it in the mess in the scrum.
So a good crowd here, as I mentioned earlier. A lot of parents, grandparents from the Saints who were in town to watch the Christmas concert downtown last night. By all accounts, another great success. Excellent entertainment, showcasing all the different arts here at the school. Music, art. There's a shot from the point that went just off the outside of the post from Liam Cavan. He gets the rebound himself, plays it cross ice, and it is kept in. Bears don't believe so, but they don't carry a whistle, so play continues. Puck goes over to the far side. In front, they score! That was played in front by Keenan Draper. It was misdirected, Jack. It looks like
I think Devlin
O'Brien got that one. How did you see that play, Jack?
Just in the blink of an eye. Maybe you're saying Keenan Draper out. And just, I don't know if he was going for a pass or trying to maybe be cheeky and get a kind of goal in there. But then Dev's stick was in the right place, right time, and in the back of the net she goes.
So Devlin O'Brien shows you don't need to blast the puck to score, as he just barely got his stick on that puck. Misdirected it enough to get by goaltender Josh Nadler. And we're now knotted at 1 with 6:38 left to go here in the first. Puck in the Saints zone, and carrying it out is Braden Donnelly. He's knocked off the puck. It's picked up by number 10, Luke Avedasian. He gets it cross ice. There's a shot, and that just whistled by the far side. Nicholas DeMarco with a shot from the Bears, and the Saints will regroup and try to break out again. Rimmed around the boards to Draper. Draper gets it out, along with help from Alex Power. Puck back in the neutral zone. Saints will try again, and Alex Power gains the zone. Puck is chipped off the glass. Bears come up with it. They clear it, and here they come. Braden Shaw from his defensive position up. There's a shot. That one's blocked by Josh Arico. And here come the Saints the other way, 2-on-2. Alex Power gets it to the high slot shot, and he was trying to get the goaltender to go the other way, but up to the task was Josh Nadler. So we will have all our regular features here today. We'll have our in-between intermission interviews, and I believe, Jack, you're going to get to interview Jack Barr, who is out, the only Saint that's out of the lineup right now with a shoulder injury. It's another shot, and that one's handled by Josh Nadler, and we'll have another whistle. So beyond the in-between period interviews, we'll also have our player profile, our player of the game, and other surprises as well, as we continue to try to add to these productions for you. Puck in the Bears zone. Taking his man is Tristan Rano into the boards, but Saints maintain possession momentarily. And they regain it, but it's out of the offensive zone. They'll have to try again. Nifty move there at the blue line by Justin Ertl, but they lose the puck. It comes down the other way. Knocked to the ice was Mason Wright, but not before he does his job, gets the puck over the blue line. The Bears will retreat as the Saints get a partial change. Carrying the puck in is Malcolm Skeet. He tries to play it in front, nothing there. Chasing it down is Garrett Joss, the lone goal scorer for the Bears. Saints, for one of the few times this period, having difficulty breaking it out of their zone. Justin Ertl takes it to the blue line, but no further, and they'll have to try again. Vincent Virgilio reverses his field. Saints will try a third time, and it's the charm as they break it out. Cole Galata along with Hillier. Hillier back to Galata. Galata looking to get it back to the point. He doesn't. He carries it himself. High slot. There's a shot, and they were looking for another deflection, this time off Justin Ertl's stick. Saints cycle it behind. It's played in front. Loose puck. And a quick stick there by Josh Nadler steered the puck out of harm's way, and that one whistles into the Bears bench with 3:47 left to go here in the first.
One apiece here for each team, and Bears are proving us wrong off last year's conception of the team. It's done capitalized when they've needed to, and they've had a few offensive opportunities of their own, and they've held off the Saints' charge in their own zone.
So Saints win this draw. Dragging it behind the net is Justin Ertl. Ertl, good puck possession there for the Saints. He lays it off to Galata. There's a shot on the short side. Nice save as well by Nadler. Again, some good possession from the Saints. Mark Hillier is knocked off the puck, and Hunter Fordor from Montreal dumps it in. Stevenson plays it off the glass himself, and he clears the zone. And here come the Saints the other way. Hillier overskates it momentarily. They'll have to wait for Galata to clear the zone. He does, and here come the Saints again. Vardy over to Galata. Galata looking for Hillier. He gets it, plays it in front, and that's broken up by Braden Shaw from Port Hope. There's a shot. The Saints jam at it. Comes back to the point. Vardy with a shot. We're going to have a penalty here. There's our whistle. And we'll see who that's going against. Did you see that one, John?
No, I missed that one.
Yeah, it looks like it's going
to the Bears, I'm guessing.
Yeah, to the Bears. It's going to be number 13, Kawhi Julian. Kwame Julian, I beg your pardon, is in the box for the Bears at 15:40. So, second chance for the Saints on the power play. Winding it up is Frankie Caragello from Woodbridge, Ontario. Plays that off to Baldessera. Baldessera rims it around to Caragello, who continues its path along to O'Brien, and they've now lapped the half ice. From the point, just fanning on that in front, was O'Brien, but they keep possession. Diagonal pass to the point. There's a shot, and that's off the leg of Cole Liu, and he felt that one as he's hopping like a pogo stick right at the top of the circle. Puck comes across again for the Saints. Play it in front, and looking for the deflection there was Baldessera. Caragello playing the point now on this power play. Baldessera carries it himself behind the net. Plays that off to the wing, comes back to the point. Matthew Roy takes a shot. Goaltender saw that one, steers it off to the side. So lots of possession. Baldessera again. Less than a minute left in the penalty. And that is cleared down the ice by Luke Avedasian. And both teams will go for a change with 40 seconds left to go in the penalty. Revving it up out of his own zone is Mark Hillier. But the Bears end up with the puck. They clear it all the way down. Stevenson starts the breakout pass himself. And here come the Saints. Hillier, rink wide to Rico. Lays that off to Galata. Galata banks that off to Ertl. Ertl looking for someone. Gets it back to the point now. Vardy. Saints looking for that one great scoring opportunity here. Vardy again. Over to the other side, they interchange. Rico and Vardy get it to the corner. 1 second left in the penalty, and it is over. And the Bears almost sprung Kwame Julian as he came out of the box, but pass wasn't quite there. So the Bears kill that penalty off. And we just have 25 seconds left to go here in the period. That's played in front, broken up nicely by Mark Hillier. And here's a 3-on-2 going the other way for the Saints. Hillier again gets it in front, shot, and a great save. That was Justin Ertl with a shot. And again, Josh Nadler, who's had a flurry of shots this first period, stood tall. Puck works its way out, and that's going to be about it as the buzzer goes. So after one, our score is the St. Andrews Saints 1, the Trinity College School Big Side Bears 1 as well. Your goal scorers, first goal of the game went to the Bears. That was Garrett Joss at 4:57. Saints came back with Devlin O'Brien at 13:14, and you're all caught up. So we have Michael Nolenberger, who is the cameraman here for us, as well as the Saints manager. Happy to have you aboard.
Yeah, thank you.
So how did you see things so far this period, Nolan?
A little bit slow, but having a TCS who's not that great of a team, especially in our league, but they'll catch up, especially last year, how they played against them with the huge 19-6 win. So we'll see how the rest of the 2 periods play out.
And how has your experience been with the team this year?
It's awesome. This is my second year on the team. So
second. I'm sorry.
Second year on the team. So even last year was a ton of fun with the guys, and even this year, no exception. So I'm excited to how the rest of the season plays out.
Well, that's great. We're happy to have you aboard. And I believe we've got Jack Oman down at the Saints bench along with Jack Barr.
Test. Good.
Not Jack Barr.
Good.
Excuse me,
Good.
not Jack Barr.
All right, so I'm here with Devin O'Brien. Obviously, you're in the middle of the hockey game right now, but we're going to rewind to last night. So first and last Andrew and Christmas. Now, how does that feel? I mean, you missed it last year due to unfortunate circumstances for hockey, actually. But now, last night, how does it feel?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely really special. Missing it last year, I didn't really know what to expect, but it was just overall a great night with my friends, and a night I won't remember, or I won't forget.
Well, maybe after you won't remember. Anyway, but now, how does it feel to get that first goal in? I mean, a little frustrating on the turnover there, but I'm guessing right after that kind of bank shot, or was that intentional, or is that just kind of lucky there?
I mean, Draper just threw it to the middle. I was just trying to get it on net, and then, I was just trying to throw it on net, and luckily went in to get us to tie there.
All right, now great start to the season. Great start to the season, 16 and 2-2. How you feeling the rest of the season going to go?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously, like you said, been a great start. I think we got some great chemistry in the room, and I think we're going to have a really successful season, so I'm looking forward to it.
All right, well, thank you. That's it. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Great job, Jack. And we'll come back to Nolan now. So we just started talking, Nolan, about your experiences with this first hockey team.
Mm-hmm.
What, any particular standout moments that you've had over the last couple of years? Things that,
Yeah. No, I think last year just having that Triple Crown season, which we haven't had in the past 5 years, especially for my first year, is great to experience that. And this year, we hopefully are able to repeat that and, win, obviously, CISA, Nissick, and McPherson in January. So high hopes for the team, but I feel like we could repeat this year. We have a great group of guys, a bunch of guys with, as Devlin already mentioned in his interview, a lot of chemistry in the room. So I think we could pull it off this year again.
Well, they've had a great start, as was mentioned. Now, just changing gears a little bit, talk a little bit about the course that you take with, or the course that's running this production.
Yeah.
I know you're not in the class, but you're involved with it.
Yeah.
How do you see that expanding and growing, to enrich the program as well?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. Actually, my cousin's at Hofstra doing sports journalism, so it's awesome to kind of see what he kind of does with his schooling and how he sort of wants to do with his career. So it's awesome. But I think, having different people come up, get to experience, play-by-play and producing the show, or the game rather. It's a really neat experience. I wish I could have taken the course, but you can't do everything, obviously.
Well, you're still involved,
Of
and
course.
it's great, and
Yeah.
we're happy that you're enjoying what you're doing, and it's very valuable. You do the film here for the team as well as I'm sure 50 other things.
Of course,
and,
yeah.
And it's great to have you here.
No, thank you. Thank you for having me on board.
So, again, our score is 1-1. We'll take a little break, and Jack will take the play-by-play for the second period.
So welcome back, Saints fans. We're just about to get underway here in the second period. Just to give a quick review of the first period. Devin O'Brien, Garrett Ross, I believe, of the Bears was able to put the Trinity College up early with a breakaway goal on Liam Stevenson, and then Devin O'Brien later in the game returned with a rather lucky kind of tip in with 13 minutes and 14 seconds into the first period. So Saints in transition through. Number 19, Daniel Baldessari, I believe. Pushed just wide of the net into the corner. Bears pick that up. And on the rush, that's number 13, loses control of the puck over to, now in transition over to Devin O'Brien. Cross broken up by number 12, I believe that is Dylan Knight. Round on the net. Vardy tipping it back into Devlin. Frankie gains control over to Devlin. In front, the ball to Sarah trying to get a tip in on net and is pushed just wide. Liam Cavan breaks up the Bears rush, and then Guam Julian picks up where they left off. Keenan Draper brings it behind his own net. Looking for a man to pass. All the way up, long pass to Power, and that is icing.
So we mentioned, Jack, the great start that the Saints have had so far. 16-2-2, and in fact, in the last 6 years, the Saints have had a 78% winning record. Also having won 7 league championships, 9 tournament champions, and have had 7 NHL picks. So a lot of success here for the Saints.
Number 14, Braden Donnelly, trying to pick up around in his own zone. Scrum that Bears trying, puck's tipped high. And Power breaks that up and comes out on top of the puck. Landry in on the offensive zone. Across to Keenan Draper would try to tip it in and just wide. Bears back the other way. And that's icing for the Bears. So now we just had Brooke Vardy come up, Luke Vardy's sister, and she'd like to wish a hello to Grandma and Grandpa back home in... I am sorry, but the name has slipped my memory. But hello to Grandma and Grandpa Vardy, and we hope you're enjoying the broadcast.
And Luke Vardy, of course, from Hammonds Plains, Nova Scotia. Another one of those strong East Coast hockey players I know Coach Manning has a special fondness towards. Great hockey out in eastern part of this country.
Josh Nadler covers that one up. Face off in the offensive zone. The Saints. Back to the defender, around, cycles around behind the net. Josh Rico, actually, sorry. My bad, wrong number 4. 11 there, that's Logan McGilvery, cycles it around. And Hillier grabs a turnover, is on the rush. Looking for the pass. Oh. Glad not able to capitalize. Right there, right time. Ertl pulling the moves. And back to the point, Rico. Over to Donnelly. In, trying to tip it by Ertl there. Oh, and dancing puck. Josh Nadler able to cover that up at the last second there.
Well, you can almost see a theme here for the Saints, and that is get traffic in front of goaltender Josh Nadler, get pucks to the net, and if possible, get sticks on those pucks. And we saw that in the first and only goal for the Saints in the first period. It almost worked for Ertl there again.
Yeah, for sure. And review Devlin's play. Ertl, I believe, that's right. Keenan was either passing in front during the first period, and then Devlin had to stick in the right place at the right time and tapped it into the Bears net. Mason Wright behind. Broken up by Bears player. Keeping it in. Number Alex Atwill cycles around behind, looking for pass. The Bears break that up. That's number 9. Hunter Fodor. Behind the Saints net, Matthew Roy brings it up on the other side. Number 27, I believe that is Liam Taylor. Broken up again by number 9, Hunter Fodor. Puck just slips away at the last second there. Unable to get the shot off. And again, Hunter Fodor again looking for the shot. And Saints player breaks that up before it is completed. In front, dancing puck, and Liam Stevenson covers that up.
Well, play a little sloppy, Jack. It seems starting this period here. I don't think either coach would be very happy with the number of giveaways their teams have had, and also that they have not capitalized better on scoring opportunities. Pucks seem to be bouncing over sticks or wide shots, that kind of thing.
I agree with that.
Neither team looking too sharp to begin.
In review, I was talking to Devin O'Brien there after the interview, and they're frustrated. They know they have the edge on this team, and that they just can't seem to connect the dots. There's a shot by Luke Vardy from the point. Bears and Saints regain control from Vardy, and messy play in the middle here. Neither team able to come out on top, just almost kind of ping pong back and forth here. Finally, Baldessera breaks out. Shot on goal, and Josh Nadler is able to put the glove in front of that in time. Luke Advinson over to number 16, Garrett Joss, the only Bears player to put a goal in the net so far, and the only point for one of the only points for their team. It's number 14, Braden Donnelly. In on offense for a change. And again, dancing puck. No one can seem to get control here. And that shot out to Power, Alex Power. Tell you, Norm, there's always a pass, but there's never a shot or kind of control after that pass.
Yeah, you can see almost the frustration on both teams, can't you? And boy, the confidence in sports, just in life, it ebbs and it flows. And right now, you can tell it's almost going to need to take one to kind of get teams back on an even keel, or at least one team, the scoring team.
That shot out to Landry, and Power regains control through center. And yet again, stopped. Dancing puck. Glida over to Rico, and it's in 5-hole. Number Josh Nadler, and that is goal with 11 minutes and 58 seconds to go.
And for all the great saves that Josh Nadler has made, that's probably a shot he'd like to have back. That looked like a very pedestrian shot by Josh Rico when he took it, and it was in the right place as it just split the pads of goaltender Josh Nadler. And again, they don't have to be beautiful to count, and that one counts as the Saints go up 2-1.
11:58 left to go here in the second period. Saints regain control off the face-off. That is Ertl up the wing. Strides trying to knock down, and Josh Nadler able to cover that again.
Well, and there, having just said that there was a shot he might have wanted to have back, Nadler stands on his head. He made the initial save. The puck popped up in the air. I believe it was Hillier that whacked it out of the air. He made that save, and then he made a third one after that. So great job there by goaltender Josh Nadler.
It's to Vincent Virgilio, tries to get a shot off, and again, Josh Nadler refuses to play.
So a very snowy day here on the campus of St. Andrews College. We're blessed with having natural light here right through the lounge, and looking through there now, Jack, the sky is completely white.
Oh yeah, it's a blizzard. Coming back from injuring Christmas last night, I didn't get home until maybe about 1, and it was no snow, nothing. And then I wake up this morning, and it's a winter wonderland of sorts, and just keeps on coming down. Perfect day for hockey. It's in the Saints zone. Matthew Roy cycles that around. Angelida Up to Ertl. Cross, skip, sauce pass over to Hillier. Tries to flick that over Josh Nadler's shoulder, but unsuccessful on that attempt. And they'll regain control here and try again. The name of the game is for this puck is just dancing. I think it's spent more time in the air than on the ice.
It has.
Vincent Virgilio keeps that in. He is playing up today, actually, in lieu of Jack Barr, who's had a shoulder injury. Vincent Virgilio, class of 2022, from Woodbridge, Ontario. He's 5'8", 160 pounds, and shoots left. Filling in for Jack Barr on the left side, right defensive position.
Speaking of that, Jack, as always, we do player profiles, and today's profile is on Mark Hillier, number 10 from Labrador City. He's a forward. He's been here at SAC for 3 years and will graduate 2020. He played on the team last year, and he has a slew of awards, which we'll get to on the next stoppage of play.
Try to send a cross over there to Alex Atwell. And just in front of him, big hit there by LT on the boards. Puck is just dancing in the zone. No one's able to grab control. It's a shot by number 16, Alex Atwell. Luke Vardy gains control and sends it back around the boards in the zone. Liam Cavan there, ready for it on the other side. Misses it. Puck just doesn't want to have anything to do with anyone. And Bears send it out of the zone. That's going to be icing.
So I hope this is a long break, because in talking about Mark Hillier, there's a lot to say. In terms of awards and accolades, he was a scholar. He was on the 2018 Team Newfoundland and Labrador. In the QMJHL Challenge Cup, he was the captain top scorer. He was captain of the Team Canada East U16 ball hockey team, the MVP and top scorer for the Canadian Ball Hockey Championships in 2018. He also plays on the soccer team, and his draft status was the Moncton Wildcats of the QMIHL in the 4th round. That is Mark Hillier, our player profile for today.
Certainly a lot on that list. Arico keeps that in, and then is knocked out by a Bears player as he cycles around. Try again. It's up to Frankie Cargiello. And just shy of the blue line. 14. Braden Donnelly tries to cycle around the Bears player. He's unsuccessful as the Bears turn it over and bring it in the Saints zone. And again, back the other way. Back and forth, back and forth. That is the name of the game today. Sure, both teams are very frustrated, not able to get the attacking time they want and to get those shots on net. Over to 14, Braden Donnelly, who shoots, and that's saved. Saved again by Josh Nadler. Both teams here sure expressing their frustration as they're not able to capitalize on any opportunities.
Well, it's a cliche, Jack, but you know, getting pucks to the net is never a bad idea, and it seems like the Saints, who love to play fast and love to create in open spaces, sometimes when that doesn't work, it's not bad going to that old adage, you know, get traffic in front, get pucks to the net, and it seems those are the kind of goals they're getting here today.
.8:29 to go. Saints lead 2-1. Most recent goal by Josh Arico, 6 minutes and 2 seconds into the second period. Bears win that face-off. And mixed matching again, and that's Keenan Draper, who sends it back to number 6, Matthew Roy. Over behind the net, Vincent Virgilio. It's number 10, Luke Advison gets in the way of that, and that's shot off by number 6, Sal Bertucci. It's just sent wide into the glass. Alex Power brings that in over to Ethan Landry. Puts that in front. Keenan Draper just shy of the opportunity. Back the other way. The Bears come down in the Saints zone. Dancing around, and that puck is in. I believe that's number 9, Hunter Fedor. Plenty of opportunities for him this game, and finally able to capitalize.
So, Jack, this, as you've mentioned several times now, this is such a workmanlike game. We've had 4 goals, and none of them are on the artistically pleasing variety. But, again, they all count, and there was another example, kind of innocuous shot there that found its way between the pipes, and we're back to a tied hockey game.
7:40 to go, and like Normie said, tied at 2 apiece off that kind of messy goal again from Hunter Fedor. Mark Hillier. Hurdle trying again, and the puck is back into the Saints zone. Luke Vardy will bring it around behind his own net. Across to Cole Galida. Liam Cavan. And all the way up to Cole Galida at center ice. Getting together with his own player there. Erdl behind his own net, tries to cycle it around just high, and that's up, over, and on the glass. Saints here having plenty of offensive opportunities, just not being able to capitalize on those shots. We see there, Galata would have had a great shot right in the center there, and then the Bears player getting in the way, and the puck is just dancing around. Bears on the offense in the Saints zone. 2-on-1. And Stevenson puts a stop to that.
Well, you know, Jack, quite frankly, as we mentioned earlier, this Bears team, just the second year that they're back into Division 1, they came into this rink. We did the game last year, and quite frankly, it was a blowout for the Saints. I would imagine this is the perfect game plan for the Bears so far. You know, make this a close checking, as you say, messy game. Hope for great goaltending and a tight game, and that's exactly what they've got.
Yeah, and I think they're definitely winning on that front. They've gotten into the Saints' minds. I mean, that kind of fast style of Saints play, we're not able to see it today as Bears tie him up, and the Bears players tie him up in every corner.
Well,
it's another stop there.
Talking to executive producer Matt Wyatt there, he mentioned it was a late night last night as well, all the way downtown for the Andrian Christmas, so that probably disrupted their traditional pregame sleeping patterns and routines and everything else, and I'm not trying to make excuses. Well, I guess I am.
That's Mason Wright, brings it in, and that's put in by number 27, Liam Taylor.
Liam Taylor with the goal, but the hard work from Mason Wright, who dragged that all the way down to the far end with the defender draped all over him. He got that in front, and the beneficiary of that was number 27, Liam Taylor, who tucked that into an open net.
So with 6:07 left to go in the second period, the Saints are up 3-2 off that goal by Liam Taylor, assisted from Mason Wright. Was in the Bears zone. Balsera pushed into the boards. Back to center ice, Matthew Roy. Bears player being very persistent and doing great work to not let him have any clean opportunities. Around to Baldessera through Frankie. And that's in front. Just wide. Hunter Fedor lost possession for him today and a goal of his own earlier this period. And that is out, and the Bears will try and regain and reset and have at it again. Vincent Virgilio to Devlin. Tied up again by the Bears player. Great in that front and tying up the Saints on any kind of movement, fast fluid movement that they're known for. Devlin will try again. In the offensive zone of the Bears across. And Keenan Draper. Close, but no scar.
Oh, nice patience there by Devlin O'Brien. Didn't rush, held the puck, finally got that in front for Draper. But you've got to hand it to the defender and goaltender, Josh Nadler, who didn't give up that short side at all.
Power with the face-off. Landry tips that back to Liam Cavan, who sends it around. Power. Fast feed to the net. No. Being not able to capitalize. And that is out of the zone and into the Saints zone. Number 15, Colin Liu. Fast skates. Not able to capitalize. Back the other way, Saints. Alex Power. Tied up again by the Bears, and they're on the offense this time. It's that back and forth messy play that they're looking forward to.
Great back check there by Keenan Draper. Tied his man up. Looked like that was a 2-on-1 for sure for the Bears, and Draper with the hard back check.
Vardy the other way. Nicholas DeMario putting his stick in the way, tying up any fluid opportunity by the Saints there. Bogalada around back to Power. Landry's in front looking for the opportunity, and that's pushed away by Logan McGivray, who sends it to the boards into the corner. Shot by Alex Power there, and Josh Nadler puts himself in front of that yet again.
Yeah, Power, great opportunity there. Maybe didn't get as much stick on that as he'd like, but did direct that right towards an open net. Again, Nadler making the save. We'd like to take a second, Jack, to say hi to any of the old boys that are tuning in and watching this game, as well as parents, friends, and family of players of the Saints. As you heard earlier in the telecast, if you ever do come to LeBriere Family Arena to watch a game, make sure you come up, say hello. We'd love to meet you.
Josh Hurdle, one, and great back check by number 7, Tristan Reno, who takes that puck off of Ertl's stick and sends it to the boards. Ertl again in front, backhand, and just wide. Bogalada regains control of the puck around behind the net. In front to that is number 4, Josh Rico, and Bears player deflected off his skate, I believe, just wide. Ertl around in front looking for a shot, and not quite sure. Oh, into the boards over there. Lost control of that for a minute. Ertl again in front. Number 14, Braden Donnelly sends that around to Bogalada. Hillier, just no constant control of the puck here. It's messy. The Bears are doing a great job of tying up the Saints. Any kind of movement or flow that they're trying to get. Alex Atwell tied up on the boards. That's number 4, Emil Bilu-Humroy, who tries to take that out, and Saints player defender puts a stop to that. Well, that'll be a whistle. I believe the door was open.
Well, again, seems, Jack, we've almost resorted back to that, as you stated, kind of messy hockey. A lot of possession for the Saints. Not a lot of scoring opportunities coming out of that. Now, part of that is the very good goaltending on display from Josh Nadler. A lot of his saves are difficult saves, and he's making them look easy. His counterpart down at the other end, Liam Stevenson, not getting nearly the work.
Yeah, Josh Nadler, great vision, able to see where the puck, where it is, and where it's going to be. And able to put some part of his body in front of that and denying the Saints the opportunity to widen the score. Not quite the game here I expected, especially from the game they played last year. And
not at all.
Just right now, Saints in their own zone. Devin O'Brien, that's over to number 25, Mason Wright, who's going to try and take control of that. Doing a lot of heavy lifting and in the offensive zone. Shot, Alex Atwell, and just high. All right, now I'm going to hand play-by-play over to Norm as I'm going to head down and take part in another interview.
Thanks, Jack. Great job. We need a younger person than me to make his way down to the ground floor and all the way over to the other side of the ice for an interview, and Jack Oman's our man, so he's heading over there. Thank you, Jack. Face-off in the Saints' end to the left of goaltender Stevenson with 1:02 left here in the second period. Again, the score is 3-2 in favor of the Saints in a very close checking and quite frankly not aesthetically pleasing hockey game here, but still in the Saints' favor, and Coach Manning will take it. Puck is cleared into the Bears zone off the boards. Picked up right below us here by number 11, O'Brien. O'Brien gets it in the offensive zone, but no further. And it's shot all the way down to the Saints zone. That will not be icing with less than 30 seconds to go here in the second period. Luke Vardy starts the breakout, comes back over to Devlin O'Brien on the wing, plays that in front to Baldessera. He takes a shot, Caragello chases it down, back over to the point to Cavan. Shot in front. That rebound was in the high slot momentarily, but the Bears will break it out. It is in the neutral zone, and the buzzer will go here, and that will end the second period. So our score is 3-2 in favor of the Saints. Goal scorers this period for the Bears, Hunter Fodor at 12:10, and for the Saints, Aricho at 6:02 and Liam Taylor at 11:54. That combined with Devlin O'Brien's goal in the first and Jarrett Josh's goal in the first as well for the Bears gets you to our current 3-2 score. And we have the pleasure again of having Nolan Michaelberger on air with us. What was your take of that second period, Nolan?
It was a little bit better than the first. Still a little bit slow compared to other games we played, especially Shattuck. It's a little bit frustrating on both ends. You expect to have a huge blow game, especially against a team like this where we can't really create offense, especially on the scoring chances we've been able to create. So we'll see how the third period plays out.
Well, I would tend to agree. Certainly more scoring opportunities, Nolan, in that second period. Now, what are your plans for Christmas?
Christmas, just traveling with the team. I usually have family come over from the States to visit, so it'll be nice.
Okay, and it looks like we've got our interview. Jack Oman's made his way down, and I believe he has with
right.
him Liam
Hello,
Taylor.
Saints fans. I'm here with Liam Taylor, a junior member on your varsity hockey team. Now, how does it feel to get that goal in, third goal there?
It was really good. I mean, my line mate, Mason Wright, had a great job carrying the pucks in the net. I worked hard to get there, and I just buried. And then we gotta keep pressing on them because that's what's gonna work, get into the net.
All right, now it's been a messy game of hockey. I'm sure very frustrating. How have you guys had to adapt for that?
We're still working hard, and with these kind of teams, you just gotta keep working hard, and things look good. Things will come.
All right, now. Thank you to the staff of the St. Andrews Arena for laying a fresh surface of ice each game. But now continuing. So yeah, how are you feeling this first year? Remember, how's the team gone this? Like, how's it been this far? What's it like being a part of a team like this?
Yeah, it's really great. All the guys are great on the team. The road trip's a lot of fun. Get to play some good teams. It's really good stuff. It's been a lot of fun so far.
All right, now you got a big road trip next week. How's it looking for that?
It's looking pretty good. Straight off the Christmas break, hopefully we'll be doing well, and going down to Boston again, it'll be good.
All right, now thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Jack, for another great interview. We'll come back to Nolan now. So, Nolan, talking about, you mentioned you travel with the team. Mm-hmm. That's, I mean, I know it sounds like a great thing. You're going to Boston and everything else, but I'm sure time management as far as missed school goes. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's been sometimes you have those days where you miss a lot of school with the team, but you figure out you work. The teachers are really helpful with the fact that they know that you're gone with the team, and they make sure that you get a lot of work done. You make sure your work's done with great work, that it's not really poorly done. So I've figured that out, especially being at the school for 8 years. So I've kind of gotten down pat. So.
Well, that's great, and obviously that's a great skill to carry on in the rest of your life. Now,
Of course.
with the trips that you've made, we're mentioning you going to Boston. I know you've been to Indiana.
Yes.
On the East Coast as well. Over the last year and a half, any places in particular that kind of impressed you?
You know what? I think just this past summer, going to Germany with the team at the with the DEL Junior Cup, that was a lot of fun. I haven't been back to Germany in a while because I have family out there, so it was really nice to see where my family's from and learn a little bit more about the culture, especially in Europe, how it's a lot different than North America. So it was really interesting to learn and experience that.
And I believe on that trip, it's not just hockey, but they've built in.
Yeah, we
some
got
sightseeing,
of
and
course.
so on.
Yeah, we got to visit Heidelberg. We got to visit the Alsace province in France. It was a really eye-opening experience, especially when we visited France to visit one of the concentration camps. It was definitely very surreal to be at a place where something so tragic happened to a bunch of people. So it was really interesting to get to experience that.
That's great. Well, we're glad again that you're joining us here and that you're also enjoying the opportunity that you've got here.
Yeah.
Thank you. After 2, your Saints so far taming the Bears 3-2. We'll be back for the third. We are back going into third period here at St. Andrews College, Laguerre Family Arena on a very snowy and cold Saturday afternoon. Score is 3-2 in favor of your Saints. I'm Norm Fenning along with co-play-by-play man Jack Oman, cameraman and colorman Nolan Michaelberger, and executive producer Matt Wyatt. Play is underway in the Bear zone. It's played in front. That was just outside the reach of Justin Ertl. Ertl with few opportunities the second half of this game. Puck into the Saints zone, played in front. Good defensive job there by number 14, Braden Donnelly, and the Saints bring it back the other way. Up on the rush is a reacher over the far side, gets the return pass, and that just went off the toe of goaltender Josh Nadler. Saints 3-on-1. Puck in front, there's a pass, and a save again. What a phenomenal job by Josh Nadler, who's been standing on his head here to keep this a one-goal game for the Saints. And back come the Saints again. Hillier carries it into the corner. Helping him out is Draper. Draper again with yeoman's work along the board. This time the Bears come up with it and they clear the zone. They try to flick it to the center ice area. They do, but Saints will gather that up. Alex Power over to Ethan Landry. Landry gets it in front. Draper was checked. Puck is banked off the boards. They were looking for Hunter Fodor and just a little too far for him. So, Jack, great interview. Even got the Zamboni right across you there.
Yeah, there we go. Everyone's making an appearance on the broadcast.
Well, I guess those Zamboni drivers like a little bit of screen time as well.
They deserve it.
So, Alex Power taking the face-off for the Saints. It's in his feet. Saints end up winning it, and Ethan Landry drags it behind the net. Landry gets it to the high slot. Draper with a shot, nobody in front. Puck comes back to Liam Cavan, who tries to get in front. That's blocked by Tristan Rano. Saints keep it in, though. Puck comes to the blue line, but no further. And Saints with some good possession power time. Alex Power in front, driving the net on the short side. And again, coming up strong was Josh Nadler. Nadler has seen a lot of rubber here this afternoon for the Bears. They dump it in, and the Bears will go for a change. Good forecheck there. Played in front, and that will be handled by goaltender Liam Stevenson. So, as I mentioned, Saints will have one final trip to the Boston area for the St. Sebastian tournament, and that will be it until after the Christmas break. Colin Liu taking the face-off for the Bears against Daniel Baldessera. Puck is loose in the slot. Saints come up with it, chip it forward. That's Baldessera with a good stick. Baldessera tried to get across. Following up that was Devlin O'Brien. But again, shutting the door was Nadler. So far, Mark Hillier leading away for the Saints with 42 points on 19 goals and 23 assists. He's followed by Galata O'Brien and Justin Ertl. Puck is cleared all the way down, and that will be icing. So, Jack, as much as a sparkling, almost first half of the season record goes, it does make it more difficult to keep that winning percentage up, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, and I mean, they're just going to be coming up against harder and tougher other teams, and it just doesn't really get easier in the year of the year. Both in, remember, these boys, it's not all just hockey. They got the life outside of it. They got school stuff to participate and a whole wealth of other things. The school year gets harder and the hockey gets harder, but, I mean, these young men, an amazing group of individuals, and I think they're up to the challenge.
Well, again, we talked to Nolan Michaelberger about the importance of time management skills. And a nifty move there by Frankie Caragello, and he gets it going. He's on the short side, backhand in front. And that was just out of the reach of teammate Matthew Roy. And Roy goes for a change. Saints keep it in the zone, though, dumping it in the far corner is Devlin O'Brien. He'll go for a change. And most of the Saints clear out. Good shift for them. Puck is dumped in. Icing is waved off. Saints will try to break that out as Braden Donnelly reverses his field. Donnelly tries to follow that up. He's knocked off the puck by Emil Beliveau-Hamuri. He gets it back to the point. There's a shot. Good traffic. Missed the net, though. And here comes Mason Wright, the goal scorer. Mason Wright gets it in front. Getting a stick on that was Liam Taylor, but that went wide. 13:45 left to go here in the third. 3-2 is your score in favor of the Saints. Arico, the good defensive play, good body check there as well by Mason Wright. One of the few this game. Mason Wright chasing that down at the end of a long shift, takes a shot, and that almost went through goaltender Josh Nadler, but he kept it out of the cage. Play starting to open up now. Emil Beliveau-Hamarai coming back the other way now. Cole Galata on his own. Tries to skip that pass number 13. Kwame Julian doesn't quite make it. And the puck is right below us now. Diagonal dump by number 5, Luke Vardy. Puck comes back to the point. He tries to dump that in. And finally cleared by the Bears down the ice. Not going to be icing. Chased down by Liam Cavan. Rims it around to the blue line. No further. There's a deflection. And that one's handled by Liam Stevenson. And we're very happy to have in the booth who, Jack?
Jack Barr, and with the sound of the whistle, he's going to take over for me now.
So Jack Barr, we're very fortunate to have in the booth with us from Newmarket, Ontario. You're on the shelf right now, Jack, with a shoulder injury. Do you want to explain that to us? How did that happen?
Yeah, so in the Saturday game against Shattuck last weekend, I got hit a bit awkwardly, and I sprained my AC joint. So I actually had that injury a bit last year too, and I should be back next week, and just looking forward to getting back.
Now, had you had a problem with that shoulder before, or is this a first-time thing?
This is a first-time thing. It was actually, I hurt my other shoulder last year, so it's gone both ways now, and it's a bit frustrating, but it happens.
Sure. Now, we're almost approaching the midway point in the season. I mean, your team has, I believe, a sparkling 16-2-2 record so far. What's your evaluation of the team to this point?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun so far. It's obviously more fun when you're successful like we have been, but it's a great group of guys and all really good hockey players, so that helps too. And
how would you evaluate your own play so far this season?
I think I've had a pretty good season, both on the stat sheet and just overall play, and there's always room for improvement, so that's what I'm looking to do in the second half.
Sure. Well, we're looking forward to keeping. Can you stay in the booth here with us for a while?
Yeah, for sure. I'd be happy to.
Okay, so the Saints get the puck. They gain the zone again. Draper on the half wall gets it behind the net. That's knocked down by the Bears. It goes into the corner. Draper follows it again, and as is his way, hard on the puck, brings it to the slot, turns himself, takes a shot. Saving that was goaltender Josh Nadler. He looked behind him, but the puck was under his pad. So, Jack, you guys have a trip to the Boston area coming up, and I believe that's the last one before the break. Is that right?
Yeah, it's the St. Sebastian's tournament. It's a pretty big tournament of prep schools in the New England area, and after that, guys can be flying straight home from there if they need to fly home. So it's pretty much home to Christmas after that.
Well, that puck's chipped in front and just outside of the reach of number 4, Emil Beliveau-Hamarai, and we have a hard check into the boards. A penalty is going to occur, and I believe that is going to go against the Bears. It is, and that will go to number 2, Malcolm Skeet. So Malcolm Skeet in the box at 16:27. Skeet in the box at 16:27. So, Jack, we get a chance to see the Saints power play. They've been clicking along so far this year at a great pace. What is kind of the strategy in terms of the power play this season?
Yeah, we want to have a fast-moving power play, move the killers around so we can have more space with the puck, and just try to get the puck in the net as much as possible.
Sure. Well, it is performing at a 22% rate going into this game, as Caragello, with that very familiar stride, gains his own for the Saints. Puck goes into the corner, as the Saints set up their offense. That 1-3-1, there's a shot from the point that goes wide, goes to the high slot. Chasing that down is Devlin O'Brien. Again, they're shutting the door is Josh Nadler. Jack, very different game here this year than when you played this team last year.
Yeah, for sure. I think they've done some work on their hockey program, definitely, and it's a close game. So we're starting to treat them with some respect because they've earned it this game, and they're looking like they could be on the come up in the next few years.
So shot from the point that goes off a leg. Caragello skates that down with 1:05 left in the penalty. Puck gets that puck across to Draper. There is a good stick from number 10, Luke Avadasian. Couldn't quite skate that one down. Draper brings it back for the Saints. Draper right through the middle, lays that puck off to Baldessera. He cuts in front. Puck is knocked off his stick, but Saints keep possession. Draper behind the net now. Draper gets that puck back to the point. Cavan over to Hillier. They invert. Cavan again gets it down below the red line. Carrying it in front with the shot was Baldessera on the short side. Baldessera is knocked down. He's slow to go up, and he's going to go to the Saints bench. Puck comes back to the point. Vardy dances along that blue line. Takes it all the way over to the other side. Vardy takes the puck for a skate. Looks for options. Gets that back to the point. Over to the far side now. Only 5 seconds left in the penalty. Saints with lots of possession. There's a shot. That's wide. And the penalty is over. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Another shot. And another save by Josh Nadler. Do you want to tell us a little bit, Jack, maybe about your hockey background going into being a student here at St. Andrews College?
Yeah, for sure. So I started up playing minor hockey in York Simcoe. I played there for 8 years, actually. And so starting in Pee Wee, we started playing here at St. Andrews as our home rink. And that sort of introduced me to the program and really got me looking into coming here, which I ended up coming in grade 9.
There's a shot, and that's blocked in the St. Andrews zone. It's dumped back into the zone by Dylan Knight from Bowmanville, Ontario. Saints gain control. They break it out. Nice pass there to Mark Hillier. Hillier waiting for Galata. Hillier on his backhand side takes it behind the net. Good job by Hillier. Gets that back to the point. Virgilio dumps it back into the zone. And some good possession time here for the Saints. Working hard along the board is Ertl. And the Saints keep it in. Good one-handed effort there by Cole Galata to keep that puck in. Galata looking for the return pass. Doesn't get it. It's in front. Shot off the stick by Hillier. And Nadler pushes that off to the side. And the puck is finally cleared out of the zone. And the Saints will try again. Quick change here by the Bears. Galata tries to take advantage. Good defensive play to break that up. It's played in front again, and it seems there is a bare foot or stick or something in those passing lanes that is just not allowing the Saints to connect here as they usually do. There's a good body check laid out by Liam Taylor. He's had a strong game for the Saints here today. Puck cleared to the blue line, but no further for the Bears. They finally gain the zone. That's Emile Belleville Hamuri. He gets it in front. That goes right past the goal mouth. And there's a long searching pass taken nicely off the skate by Mason Wright. He takes a shot. And that is out of play. Jack, do you have any questions for Mr. Barr here while we have him? Oh, I'm sorry. We're down a headset. So it's just me and you, Jack, I guess.
Okay. Sounds good.
So looking ahead, Jack, not that we want to look past this game, but beyond this game and the tournament in Boston, anything you've got circled on the calendar after Christmas as far as upcoming games?
Definitely the McPherson tournament is always a big one. We got another great lineup this year. And then for the first time this year, Merrimack is hosting something, and it's a tournament for prep schools in the New England area, and it's one of the best lineups I've ever seen for prep schools, so I'm really looking forward to that.
That's great. Now, the last question. Would you like to try your hand here at some play-by-play?
I'm not sure about that. You do a pretty good job at that, so I think I might just leave that to you.
Okay, well, the offer is always there.
Thank
should
you.
you choose to take it.
Thanks.
Back come the Bears. That is number 6 driving up the line is Sal Bertucci. He gets knocked off the puck, and the Saints come back the other way. Losing his stick for the Saints was Mason Wright, and the Bears in no big hurry to allow him to pick that up. Liam Cavan starts the breakout for the Saints, moves the puck forward to Power. Power protects that puck with his offhand, ends up getting it back on his stick again, gets it back to the point. That skips over Draper's stick. Saints will have to try again. Puck played forward to Alex Power. Power with a shot, and that one is handled again by goaltender Nadler. Jack, I guess you have games like this that are just kind of grind out wins, and again, they're not maybe aesthetically pleasing, but they count for 2 points nonetheless.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, every team has to find a way to win, even if the game's a bit sloppy, and it shows character to grind out a game like this.
What kind of feedback did Coach Manning give the team between periods?
Just to be a bit more responsible with the puck in the defensive end especially. We've been a bit unresponsible with it, uncharacteristic giveaways. We also need to start converting on our chances. We've had the puck in their end a lot, but we only have 3 goals to show for it.
So puck in St. Andrews zone now, however they have possession, and wheeling with the puck is Alex Power. He gets to the half wall and now out. Draper and Power. Back to Power, looking for Draper to drive the net. He does, and he's taken down. Coach Manning with arms outstretched, palms to the heavens, but they do not get the call, and the puck goes over the glass. So Draper, driving hard for the net, was taken down. Whether it was illegal or not, we'll let the viewer decide, but no penalty is called, and the face-off will come to the right of goaltender Josh Nadler. Jack, any particular professional player that you kind of like to emulate, or take some of his game into your own?
Yeah, a guy I like to play like and look at is Drew Doughty. Plays LA Kings with a bit of an edge, two-way defenseman, puck moving. So I kind of like to look at him and try to model my game after him. Great
person to choose. Now, in terms of coming back, as we come back to the action here, over to Caragello in front, and that's basically an analogy for the game there. Great pass, and that one just skipped over the stick of Devlin O'Brien, and that has happened time and time again to the Saints here today. What is your expected date of return, John?
Yeah, I'm thinking next weekend at St. Sebastian's. That's my goal, and that's what I'm working towards pretty much.
Have you been practicing with the team?
Not yet. I've sort of just tried to let it heal as much as possible, so I'll be good to go for that weekend.
Good. Well, that'll get you on your skates and on the ice before Christmas break anyways, and give you an opportunity to get back into your routine. Puck is chipped forward by Devlin O'Brien. He chases it down. Good job by O'Brien. And along with him, Cole Galata on the forecheck for the Saints. At the half wall as well, Braden Donnelly pinching down for the Saints, keeping that puck in with 4:22 left to go here in the third. Score is 3-2. I'm Norm Fenning along with Jack Ullman, Nolan Michaelberger, executive producer Matt Wyatt, and we're thrilled to have player Jack Barr with us as well. Puck comes back in the zone. Arico gets his own pass back, plays that forward to Galata. The Saints will have to regroup again. Rink-wide pass there to Galata. Galata with speed through the neutral zone, plays that off to Hillier, back to Galata. Galata in the corner, plays that in front, short side, that's handled. Loose puck, and putting out the big right pillow there was Josh Nadler. Steers that puck off to the side. It's cleared all the way down the ice, and that is going to be icing. So, Jack, what's your feelings about being up here in the booth? Is this about what you'd expected it to be?
Yeah, it's something different for sure. I always hear the voices in the background, but don't really see what goes on actually up here. So it's pretty cool to look at how it actually all happens.
Now, in terms of watching your team, I mean, this is a different perspective as well. You're usually there on the bench. Any thoughts about that?
Yeah, you're definitely able to pick out a bunch of more things where you think, oh, he could have done this could have happened better, and it's helpful to have someone like this on the outside to pick out things for players and help them out to do better next time.
So it's easy to be a critic,
Exactly,
in other words.
Yeah, I guess so.
But you do see the passing lanes and everything when you're elevated, right,
Yeah.
above the ice. It's not that easy, I'm sure, when you're down on the ice surface and
Exactly.
things look a lot tighter.
Exactly.
Puck is played in front. Draper was looking for that, but right now the Bears very happy to just clear the puck out of the zone. There's a good body check handled out by Luke Vardy. Play starting to open up a little bit now for the Saints, and back they come. Shot from the point, that ripped right over the head of the goaltender, and puck comes back the other way. Roy stands his man up. Puck in front of the St. Andrews bench. Comes over to this point, there's a shot, and shutting the door is goaltender Stevenson. Puck is played in front loosely. Saints come down with it, and they clear the zone. Play very raggedy right now. Picked up finally by Devlin O'Brien. O'Brien on his own. He is not knocked off the puck. He maintains it, tries to get it in front. Nobody there, and a poke check there by goaltender Josh Nadler. Johnny Bauer-esque. Puck is played in front, no one there. And it's chased down by Neil Beliveau-Hameroy. He follows that up, loses the puck in the high slot, and Devlin O'Brien chips that off the boards with 1:36 left to go. Jack, I would imagine Coach Manning would be happy to just take the score and go home right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Long searching pass, and that is just out of the reach of Justin Ertl, and out of his net is Josh Nadler to clear that off the board. So one last opportunity here maybe for the Bears as they dump it in and chase. Leading the way is Kwame Julian for the Bears. Jack, any particular player or players that Coach Manning highlighted for the team here about the Bears? Oh, and there's a break for the Saints. Justin Ertl, and he tucks that into the open net with 55 seconds left to go, and that could be it as the Saints go up by 2.
To answer your last question about the players, there was none he actually highlighted individually. It was kind of an unknown on what this game would be like coming into it. We didn't know much about their team, and I'm sure for next game we'll have a couple in mind to tell us about.
Now, one of our features is always player of the game, and we're going to give you that honor today. Who do you think deserves that title for today's game?
Today, I'm going to go with Liam Taylor. I
Okay.
think he had a really grindy game, which is he's one of the guys we needed to help out with this win.
Okay.
He had a great goal. It might not be too flashy, but driving the net is always a good goal. And yeah, he played with a lot of heart today, so I'm going to go with him.
Okay, so you heard it here from Jack Barr. Liam Taylor is our player of the game. And with just over 20 seconds left, we have a penalty. I believe it was a hit to the head. And we'll see who that's going against. I believe it's the Bears, and it looks like it's number 19, Nico Deichmann from Montreal. So the face-off will come all the way back into the Bears zone with just 20.5 seconds left to go. Jack, thanks so much for coming up to the booth. It was a pleasure having you here.
It was a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Not under the circumstances of an injury, but we wish you well, and we'll be looking forward to watching you in the new year.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So as the clock winds down, the puck comes back to the point. One last chance for the Saints as they drag it behind the net with 5 seconds left. There's a delayed penalty here against the Bears. So with 0.7 seconds left to go, a slash will go against the Bears, and it looks like they're going to let that clock run out. So on behalf of Jack Oman, Nolan Michaelberger, executive producer Matt Wyatt, and Jack Barr, Score is 4-2 in favor of your Saints. Thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. It was great. Fun. Good job, Bar. Thank you. My bad. I don't know if we're still live.